Welcome to our first offering within our virtual open house for the month of October. We are so excited that you have decided to join us today to learn a little bit more about Binghamton University and what we have to offer you as potential students here at Binghamton. My name is Michael Henningsen, and I am the Transfer Admission Specialist for the college here at Binghamton. And I am joined today by my colleague, Christy, Christy, if you want to take a moment to introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our session. I'm also one of our admissions counselors. We're really happy that you're able to join us virtually today. I just wanted to give you all a quick note. We're not going to use our chat today. You may be familiar with the chat. If you do have any questions for us, be sure to put them in the Q&A function that's at the bottom of your screen. I already saw somebody popped in there with a question bright and early. So be sure to ask your questions there and I will answer them. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Christy. And again, for those of you just joining us, again, welcome to our info session as part of our first virtual open house for the fall semester. And this, of course, is the first session. So this is going to give you an opportunity to briefly learn quite a bit about Binghamton. And hopefully it's going to inspire you to apply and become a future Binghamton Bearcat. So we'll go ahead with the presentation and get started. Up on your screen is an aerial view of our main Vestal campus. We want to start with this because we know that we are unable to welcome you physically on campus right now for official tours and all that. So this can at least give you a bird's eye view of our beautiful campus surrounded there by the beautiful hills, which right now look like they're on fire with the leaves changing. We're going to quickly go ahead and show you a aerial tour of the campus. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this tour of Binghamton University. All right, so there is a great video of our Vessel campus as well as our downtown campus, Innovative Technologies Complex, everything that really makes Binghamton University, you're able to see right there with that amazing, awesome video. So let's talk a little bit about Binghamton. We are the #1 New York public university. You probably are interested in Binghamton because you've heard a lot of rankings where Binghamton ranks. We're the top ranked public university in New York, obviously, as I've already said, and one of the best in the country, which we've had this for over the past 20 years. We're a #1 top performer in sustainability research, and we are an R1 research university, which is the highest classification possible in terms of all the great research opportunities available here at Binghamton. We offer award-winning career services, which you'll learn a little bit more about in other presentations this week. And we have hundreds of different student life programs. We have fantastic faculty that includes numerous Guggenheim and Fulbright scholars. We have National Science Foundation Career Award winners and over 85 distinguished SUNY professors. Not to mention, we also have a Nobel Prize winner, which we are so incredibly proud of, Dr. Stanley Winningham, who won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his work with the lithium-ion battery. He's just one of our fantastic faculty members that we offer here at Binghamton. So we've earned quite a lot of praise here at Binghamton, and we are just so excited that you have decided to join us to learn a little bit more and see if you might be able to fit in here at Binghamton. So, let's talk a little bit about what you might have an interest in doing. Maybe you have an interest in getting involved in the environment, doing research on conservation, or working on projects that combine biology, geography, anthropology, and business to learn about how environmental changes impact forest communities. If you're interested in the environment, we do have a 184-acre nature preserve right here on campus where you'll be able to take a lot of what you're learning in the classroom and apply it right outside. Maybe you have an interest in social justice. So with that, we do have our Human Rights Institute that you can get involved with to help make an impact worldwide. Or maybe you have an interest in getting involved in health sciences or getting involved in research dealing with pandemics and the COVID, what we're dealing with now, or to help really get prepared for whatever we may be facing next. When COVID-19 hit, a lot of our students, faculty, and alumni were really ready to respond and help in any way that they possibly can. One of the things that they did was we actually had a computer science student, create a COVID tracker website for India that got 1.75 billion hits in just about 2 months. We've had professors in our engineering and business areas awarded grants to develop models for reopening plans across different regions. So how the state decided to reopen the regions, our faculty and staff were really involved in helping really creating those plans. Or maybe you're not sure what it is you want to do, and you know what? That's okay. The biggest major that a lot of our students transfer in for is our undecided major. Statistically, 3 out of every 4 students will change their major at least once during your collegiate career. So if you think you know what you may want to do, when you come here to Binghamton, as you get involved in different clubs and organizations, talk with faculty, meet students, get more involved in the Binghamton community, you may find that what you thought you wanted to do may not actually be the major you actually end up graduating from. So let's talk a little bit more about Binghamton. As you see here on the map, Binghamton is really centrally located within the state of New York, but we're also centrally located within the Northeast, which is going to be a great opportunity for you, especially when it comes time for internships, job shadowing, and when you do graduate and you do start to apply for those jobs, we're within really a 3 to 5 hour radius from the major cities within the Northeast. So a little bit more information about Binghamton. We have approximately 14,000 undergraduate students. So with that, including our graduate students, we're about 17,000 total, which does put us in that mid-size range. which we have students from all 50 states as well as 100 different countries around the world that take part in the education here at Binghamton. One of the things that we're really proud of are those retention rates you see on the screen. The first year retention rate at 92% and an 88% retention rate for transfer. Retention rate is the percentage of students that come to Binghamton and decide to stay at Binghamton. These rates are incredibly high, especially when you compare to the national average for both first year and transfer students rate. We well exceed the national average. What's nice about Binghamton, as I said, we are considered a mid-size campus, but we're large enough to where you get the ability to meet a lot of great people, both faculty, students, and staff from around the world, but small enough that you're really going to feel like you're really a part of the community that's offered here at Binghamton. So Binghamton is comprised of 6 different colleges that make up our educational structure here at Binghamton. Again, one university, but 6 different colleges. There are sessions for each one of the schools here throughout the week. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it because we are limited on time, but definitely make sure you do register for some of the info sessions that talk specifically about these schools. So really quick, our Harper College of Arts and Sciences, this is our largest and oldest school here at Binghamton with over 130 majors within Harper. Harper also houses our general education courses. So you as a student, regardless of what major you're interested in here at Binghamton, you will have some connections to our Harper College. We have our College of Community and Public Affairs that offer 2 bachelor's degree within human development as well as social work. We also have our Decker College of Nursing and Health Sciences. Should you have an interest into going into nursing, this of course is going to be the school that's going to be what you're going to be interested in. We are building a brand new state-of-the-art nursing building over in Johnson City, which is just a little suburb of the Binghamton area. It's going to be about a 5 to 10 minute drive depending on how you choose to get to the campus, and that's where all of our nursing courses will be taking place with our state-of-the-art simulation labs. Down in the bottom left-hand corner is our School of Management. Our School of Management offers 2 bachelor's degrees, the accounting degree, as well as business administration. And within business administration, you can choose to concentrate in one of 8 different areas, including finance, entrepreneurship, supply chain management, so on and so forth. I'm going to skip over the School of Pharmacy real quick and talk about the Watson College of Engineering and Applied Science. This, of course, as the name applies, is going to be our engineering school, where you can choose to major in mechanical engineering, in industrial and systems, and electrical, computer, and biomedical. This school also houses our computer science program as well. Jumping back to the School of Pharmacy, this is going to be one of our newest schools here at Binghamton, our School of Pharmacy. This is really going to be more for those students who are interested in going into pharmacy, which you can apply early on to guarantee your seat within the actual PharmD program if that is something you are indeed interested in. So what will you discover here at Binghamton? We have a lot of great programs and initiatives for students to get involved in that we definitely want to take some time to highlight. The first 2 programs up there on your screen, the First Year Research Immersion or FRI program and the Source Project, these are invitation-based only programs for first-year students when you apply. And you can get chosen to be a part of either one of those programs. The First Year Research Immersion program are those students that are interested in STEM fields for the most part, where you will be able to complete a 3-semester course sequence and start research right here from day one. We have a lot of different streams or research areas that you can get involved in, such as microbial biofilms and human health, biogeochemistry, biomedical chemistry, community and global public health, just as some examples. The Source Project is going to be for those students that are applying into humanities and social science fields. Again, both of these programs are going to be for those really high achieving students, really motivated students as well. Within the Source Project, we have different streams within those, which deal with pandemic. That's going to talk a lot about, COVID-19 and pandemic we're currently under. Thinking through painting, immigration, refugee, resettlement, just again, as just a couple examples of what some of those research streams are. Again, those are going to be invitation based only. When you get accepted at Binghamton, that offer may be extended to you as well. The same thing applies with the lower two. The PricewaterhouseCoopers House program are going to be for those students interested within our School of Management program. So again, accounting or business administration. And then we have the overarching Binghamton University Scholars Program. Again, all four of these programs are going to be invitation based. Upon your acceptance to Binghamton, you may be able to be offered an opportunity to join one of those programs.
So a group of friends, me, my friend Aisha, Acadia, and Liarda, were in contact with this doctor, Dr. Jigisha Chaudhary, and she does a lot of charity work in this region in India called Gujarat. And she has started her own organizations, and she offered us to come on this trip and basically tour all of the orphanages, schools, hospitals, pediatric clinics, and we really got a feel for healthcare in India.
Wave, guys. Wave.
It was so much more hands-on than I ever expected. For example, we volunteered at a child neurodevelopment center. And after shadowing the therapist there, we presented on U.S. treatments for ADHD and speech disorders to the faculty, and they were very receptive. They loved everything we said, and I think it may have made an influence in their daily practice. Coming into the trip, I didn't really have a goal, but I think once I was on the trip, I realized what I was there for. I'm really interested in global health and these big initiatives to basically increase awareness for problems in third world countries that involve medical issues. So being on the trip really opened my eyes to so many of the issues in India that have simple solutions that we can provide. And I realized that there's so much more that I can do, and there's so much potential for me to make a huge impact rather than just practicing medicine. So that's why I'm interested in working with a nonprofit after I graduate.
So that is just one example of one of our students about how they were able to really get involved here at Binghamton, really start to make their impact, not only within their local community, but within the worldwide community as well. And that's something that you will also get an opportunity to do here as a student here at Binghamton. So once, up on your screen, we have some of our great graduates. Binghamton really gets you places. With the degree, with the education you get, the world's going to be your oyster, where you really can start to work for some of the greatest employers across the world, including Amazon, Microsoft, Disney, Lockheed Martin, IBM, which of course IBM actually was founded right here within the Binghamton area. And you get to join our 100,000 plus different alumni, such as some of the notable ones up here on your screen. So really, the education you get here at Binghamton is really going to help propel you to start your career with whatever field choice that you have an interest into going into. Talking a little bit more about college, obviously academics is a major point, but so is student life. So here at Binghamton, we offer 450 different student-run clubs and organizations that range from a cheese club. So if you like cheese, you can learn about cheese and eat cheese and discuss cheese while you're eating it, to different academic type clubs as well. We have a lot of recreational and competitive club sports, 41 of them, in fact. And we are a Division I athletic school. So if you're a great athlete and you're interested in any of those sports, definitely check out our athletics website to see how you may be able to play for a Division I athletic team. Binghamton, of course, is a very diverse and welcoming campus for all. As you know, you can tell from the last slide, with over 450 different student clubs and organizations, we have something for everyone. So there's definitely going to be a place for you here. One of our strongest values that we have here at Binghamton, of course, is unity. We're a very inclusive community made up of people from different diverse backgrounds who come together to learn, discover, and serve. Here at Binghamton, you'll be able to connect with people who look and think like you, and also those that you'll be able to learn and grow with people who aren't like you as well. So you can gain a different perspective, which in this day and age, we all need to really have a different perspective so we all can be one cohesive community. A lot of different resources available to you at Binghamton within our Division of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. So we have our Multicultural Resource Center, the LGBTQ Center, wonderful office for services with students with disabilities, as well as our University Tutoring Center, International Students and Scholar Services. And for those of you that may be potential transfer students, we have a great Transfer Student Services office that is really here to help you with that transition to come from whatever school you're currently at to get acclimated quickly here at Binghamton. So Binghamton, of course, we like our students to be healthy. We are ranked as one of the top 25 healthiest colleges in the nation. And this is because of all the great things that we offer to help keep students healthy and safe. So these could be from our outdoor pursuits to our fit space, again, to our intramural club sports, our University Counseling Center. You can't be physically fit until you're emotionally fit. So our great University Counseling Center is here to really help you make sure that you stay emotionally fit as well as being physically fit with a lot of the other great offers that we here have at Binghamton. Living on campus, we have wonderful communities here on campus, which we will have sessions by the Office of Residential Life that will go into much deeper depth about their offerings. So really, we want you to feel like this is going to be your home away from home. A lot of great opportunities to get involved here on campus within the Res Hall communities. We are a living learning community, so there are our collegiate professors, which are professors that teach specific things in the residence halls to kind of help build that stronger community. They're all focused around specific topics, which you will get to learn more by attending some of the Res Life open house sessions later in the week. So seeking a degree with value, obviously this is going to be one of the big sticking points that a lot of students and parents are really interested in knowing. Binghamton is considered a best value, and that's because if you look at the tuition and everything that I've already spoken about, you're really not paying a lot for a lot of the great things that Binghamton really has to offer. So for in-state residents, tuition is $7,070. You add that with different student, with the fees and meal plans and living on campus and all that, we're looking at just about $26,000, which is really a lot less for institutions that offer a lot of what we do. We just come in much lower because, again, one of the perks of being a public university. So like I said, I know we kind of went quickly because we are limited on time, but we wanted to at least spend a couple seconds talking about the application process. Binghamton does accept 3 different applications: our common application, the SUNY application, or the coalition application. Binghamton has no preference as to which ones you are interested in, that you have an interest in filling out. As long as you submit one of them, we will be happy with that. Looking at what we're going to be looking for first-year students, we're going to be looking for high school GPAs anywhere between a 93 to 98. That's that mid 50% range. If your high school is on a 4.0 type scale, we're really going to be looking for a 3.7 to a 3.9. If you are a transfer student, for transfer students, we're going to look anywhere from that mid range of a 3.3 to a 3.8. Of course, for both first-year students and transfer students, the higher GPA you present, the better, stronger applicant you will become. Now, Binghamton has gone test optional, so we will give you the option if you want to choose to submit your SAT or ACT scores. If you did not have the ability to take them because of COVID, don't worry. You will still be able to apply and be accepted at Binghamton without having your SAT scores. Again, more information about the application process and all of that will be in different sessions throughout open house called the admissions experience. So definitely make sure you check those out. Now, I know Christy has had a lot of time, I'm sure all of you have had some great questions of Binghamton. Looks like she has been very busy answering some of those questions. We do have just a couple seconds left. for the session. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the sharing the screen and X out of here. So that way we can take a look at some of the questions that you all have been asking. So looking at some of these questions, let's see, taking a look here. One of the first questions, is there a way to build your own major to include many topics of interest or take classes outside of your major? And the answer to that is yes. You will want to work with your academic advisor, where we do have an interdisciplinary studies program where you can kind of create your own major out of a lot of the course offerings that we offer. And you definitely have the ability to take some classes outside of your major. If you wanted to minor in a subject, you definitely have that ability to do so. Question about, does it make your chances better to send in your SAT scores? So Binghamton will look at your application holistically, which means that we are going to look at everything that makes up your application. Because we have gone test optional, the SAT scores would just be a small piece that we would look at for those that do submit it. But for those that do not submit it, it is not going to negatively impact your application in any way, shape, or form. Here's a question that talks about, can you talk about the path of becoming a PA at Binghamton? So PA or physician's assistant, you will definitely want to get involved in our pre-health advising track. That's part of our Harper College of Arts and Sciences, where you will get to meet with one of our pre-health advisors that will work with you to make sure that you are taking appropriate courses as part of whatever major you're here at Binghamton, whether it's biological sciences, chemistry, physics. Make sure you are taking the appropriate prereq courses that will then help you apply into PA programs once you finish your degree here at Binghamton. All right, so there are a lot of questions that are still here, and we are running very short on time. So I'm going to ask if there could be, if either Christy or my other colleague Janae can post down in the question and answer our email. Should you want to email us your questions, you can email us at admit, ADMIT, at binghamton.edu. You also can log on to our visit page where you will see links to join our Zoom live counselor live chat webinar, which is Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can log on and ask questions and speak individually with admissions counselor. You also will have the ability to schedule an appointment one-on-one with any one of our admissions counselors here at Well, where we will be more than happy to answer any and all of your questions that you have about Binghamton.